The Battle of Blood River, fought on December 16, 1838, was a pivotal and symbolic event in South African history, taking place along the banks of the Ncome River in what is now KwaZulu-Natal. It was the result of escalating tensions between the Voortrekkers, Dutch-speaking Afrikaner pioneers who had left the British-controlled Cape Colony during the Great Trek in search of autonomy and new land, and the powerful Zulu kingdom under King Dingane, the successor of the legendary Shaka Zulu. These tensions came to a head after a tragic episode earlier that year. Piet Retief, a Voortrekker leader, had attempted to negotiate with Dingane for land settlement rights. Although initially received favorably, Retief and his delegation were suddenly seized, tortured, and executed on Dingane's orders, followed by coordinated attacks on Voortrekker camps that resulted in the deaths of hundreds of men, women, and children. These brutal acts stunned the Voortrekkers and led to a renewed effort to confront and defeat the Zulu threat. In response, the Voortrekkers organized a well-armed commando led by Andries Pretorius, an experienced and determined leader. Pretorius gathered approximately 470 men and formed a mobile fortress known as a laager, arranging 64 ox wagons in a circle near the Ncome River. The Voortrekkers were equipped with muskets, small cannons, and ample ammunition, and they prepared both physically and spiritually for battle. Many had taken a religious vow to God, promising to build a church and commemorate the day should they be granted victory. On the early morning of December 16, before sunrise, an estimated 10,000 to 15,000 Zulu warriors launched a fierce assault on the laager, relying on traditional tactics of speed, encirclement, and overwhelming numbers. However, the Voortrekkers' defensive position and superior firepower proved devastatingly effective. The Zulus attacked in waves, but were met with disciplined and continuous volleys of musket fire, causing immense casualties. Small cannons were used to break up dense charges, and the laager's structure prevented any breakthrough. The battle lasted several hours, during which over 3,000 Zulu warriors were killed, while the Voortrekkers suffered no fatalities and only a handful of injuries. The carnage was so intense that the waters of the nearby Ncome River reportedly ran red with blood, giving rise to the name, Blood River. The victory was seen by the Voortrekkers as not only a military triumph but also a divine sign, fulfilling the vow they had made. As a result, December 16 was commemorated for generations as the Day of the Vow, or Dingane's Day, a cornerstone of Afrikaner identity and nationalism. Politically and militarily, the battle marked a turning point. It shattered Dingane's authority, weakened the Zulu kingdom, and allowed the Voortrekkers to establish a more secure presence in the region, eventually leading to the formation of the short-lived Natalia Republic. In the larger context of South African history, the Battle of Blood River became a deeply symbolic event, celebrated by Afrikaners as a moment of divine deliverance, but also remembered in modern times as part of the complex and painful legacy of colonialism, conquest, and cultural conflict.